Our nation is filled with germs, and our world. But this is not a video about germs, though it's a fascinating study. Go look it up, but just not now. This is about a different kind of germination. Not a germination, a germination, as in seeds that germinate. Because just 2 weeks ago, at our last official youth gathering, up here on the 4th floor of our church, we planted seeds, tiny seeds, and they're starting to grow, which is pretty awesome, but I'm the only one that gets to see it. So I'd like to share it on this video. All right, so here are some of the seeds that we planted. They're mostly herbs, a few other things. You'll see catgrass, and you'll notice catgrass here is the biggest seed. Check how tiny it is. But these are even smaller. If I picked up the oregano, it just looks like dirt on my fingers. So you can't even see it. The chives, the basil, the catnip. That's right, we're growing catnip. This place may be totally different when you come back, maybe overrun by cats. That might be a nightmare scenario. Anyway, we put them in here in this seed planting tray, and it's made just for small seeds to grow. Because when seeds are little, when seeds are just beginning, they need a lot of space, and they need to have all the essential things to grow. Light, which is why we're here by the window. They need some heat. They need nutrients from the soil. And they need water, and of course oxygen. So this is how they're doing so far, which is actually pretty awesome. But they all grow at a different rate. So it got me thinking about what it's like for all of you and all of us now, really, when we're isolated and separated. And it seems like that's a time when we're going to be stagnant, but actually some pretty amazing things could happen for each of us if we actually seek to let good things grow in our lives. Maybe small things. So maybe this is a time when you have some different seeds that are planted that can start to grow. And because you're isolated or a little bit at a distance, maybe they'll actually grow better. For example, patience. Yeah, it's a hard one. But maybe it will grow better because you have to, right? Maybe creativity, because you're tired of being bored. And so you decided that you need to tap into some creative ideas that you have. But it takes time, and maybe in this time, you can actually grow some new seeds of creativity. Maybe it's compassion, because you've started to realize that having all the time in the world to stream Netflix or whatever else is actually not as satisfying as you have been led to believe. And so you've actually started to think about reaching out to someone else in your family or your neighborhood, or maybe in your grade or your friend group that you haven't heard from in a while. So what are the seeds in your lives that could start to grow, to germinate, and it might just break above the surface over these next few weeks in ways that they wouldn't if you would have been in a normal life scenario? Those are questions I'm asking myself. I'm going to keep monitoring these seeds up here on the 4th floor while I can, and I will maybe send some pictures out here and there, and we'll look forward to harvesting these herbs and other things. The catnip, your cat should be ready for that. But for now, let's think about other kind of seeds in our lives that might be growing best even in a time like this. That's all for now. Peace of Christ be with you.